Uncharted.
I've seen a lot of standing up for someone or something since I started this survey of Nashville. Big or small, nothing seems to fall short of saving around these parts. And just downstream, I'm looking to learn how sometimes small salvations can be indicative of big wins.
We're going to try to catch a boulder darter today.
Okay, I'm excited.
One of the most uncommon fish on the planet. It's a fairly new species to science. It was described back in the late 1980s.
Okay.
And when they found it, they discovered it only lived in the Elk River and in Shoal Creek. These rock spots are the only places in the river where they can reproduce.
Okay.
So they find a little spot like this where two rocks are together, and he'll hide out down in there.
Just kind
And set up a spawning spot.
Okay.
And then the female will come in and lay her eggs back in that crevice, and he guards them until they're ready to hatch.
Okay.
They look for areas like this where there's rock piled up. What we're gonna do is go to these rocks and kind of surround it with this net.
Okay.
And I'll get upstream and kind of lift the rocks and try to scoot the fish out from under the rock and into the seine. And then we'll lift that seine up and see if we got any.
Okay.
So the significance of the boulder darter is that it's a part of the natural community. If that rare fish isn't doing well in the river, then the whole community probably isn't. So it's about water quality. So what you all are going to do is come up as close to these rocks as you can.
You want to come around and
Oh, yeah.
And what I'm going to do is lift these rocks, and if there's a boulder darter under it, he's going to scoot out and try to escape and go into the net.
Okay.
In theory. So we're just trying to persuade the fish. Swim into there. Okay, let's lift it. And we caught a fish. I don't think we caught a boulder darter. It's Highland Shiner.
Highland Shiner?
So we caught one fish, not the one we were looking for. This is a Highland Shiner.
So they live under the rocks too?
No, he's out in the water. We just sort of incidentally caught him.
Okay.
So we're going to keep doing this a couple more times across, and hopefully we'll find one.
Okay.
What we can do is change how we release water, when we release water, to help benefit those species that live downstream. From April to October or so, when the water starts to cool off, we don't run the turbine. TVA likes to generate hydropower. That's how we make our money to do everything else that we do. So that was a decision that we made to get rid of that revenue from generating hydropower in the summer. Some of these are truly boulders. I know what they do. We got a lot of leaves where we're sitting there. There's another, the green side. Little permit, guys.
So what is this one?
That is the green side darter. Again, with the U-shaped markings on the side, or V's, depending on. So those are gilt darters. And when they're in breeding colors, they get this beautiful greenish bronze color.
So little.
So yeah, let's toss him back in and let him get about his day.
I'm assuming you've seen the payoff of that, right?
We have seen the payoff. We've seen boulder darters moving upstream in the river. So the cold water moving down the main stem of the river had pushed the native fishes out into the tributary stream. So they were hanging on out there. As soon as we warmed up the river, they started moving back in.
Okay, so definitely positive.
Definitely positive changes in a short time. We started in 2008. So over the course of 10 years,
like a decade.
A decade, we've seen a dramatic change.
A healthy stream is one that supports a diverse landscape of life. Sometimes it's easy to overlook the significance of one member or another, but the truth of the matter is balance is a big deal. While boulder darters may be miniature, their significance is hard to scale. And while we may not have found many darters in our net today, I take hope in the fact that folks are fighting to ensure they can continue to find a home in these waters for years to come.